What up, Blue Crew? It's Jordan again. Today I'm at you with a story time about when I broke my bone, my twin bones. All right, so this was back then when I was living with my dad, and that's when I always used to go outside. Nowadays I don't go outside that much. I just stay in the house watching Netflix most of the time. But this is back then when I used to go outside all the time and had a lot of friends in the neighborhood when I lived with my dad. And so one day my friends, a lot of them, I don't know, a lot of them just couldn't play that day, and I was like, oh dang. And then my friend, I think his name was like I forgot what his name was, but he lived down the block, and he had an orange tree. He had an orange tree, and I was bored, and my dad was like, well, what you gonna do just sitting in the house? And I was like, I don't know. He's like, we'll go outside. So I went outside, and for some reason I went down to his house. He couldn't play. Well, that's why I went down to his house to ask could he play, but he couldn't play. And then for some reason, I just felt like I needed to climb up the tree and get an orange. So I climbed up the tree. It's a huge tree. Like orange trees are huge. And I climbed up the tree, and next thing you know, I fell like this, and both of my bones snapped in half. Like my whole wrist and hand, everything was disconnected from like this part of my arm. This whole thing was just disconnected, and I couldn't move it. And his mom came out and was like, "Are you okay? Like, why? What were you doing climbing up the tree and stuff?" Well, she really didn't ask me why did I climb up the tree. She was just worried about was I okay. And I was like, "Oh, I was too busy. Like, I was crying because it hurt so bad, and I was crying." And then my one friend, this is when I stopped talking to him because my one friend, I don't think his dad liked me for some reason, but when my arm was broke or whatever, he was laughing. Like he was laughing for some reason. He was looking at me laughing while I was walking to the house, and his son. So I stopped messing with him after that, and then we went we went into the house. My dad was like, "Oh, it's all cool, it's all cool." So he said he couldn't tell that it was broke at first. At first, it was a clean break, so I didn't feel it like that neither. But at the same time, I knew it was broke, and so my dad didn't notice. So we just tried like he tried to do home remedies and stuff that his friend told him to do and stuff to like take away the pain or whatever. And then I went to my mom's house. My mom was like, Jordan, what's wrong with your arm? Why does one seem longer than the other? Because when it was disconnected, it wasn't attached, so it wasn't tight. And so she was like, why is one arm longer than the other? And then I was like, I don't know. I fell out of the tree, and I don't know what happened. Why didn't you call me? Because I didn't. My dad didn't think I broke it, so and I was little, so I don't know. And then she took me. She took me to. I don't know where the place is, but there's a place that like a bone place by my dad's house, and she took me. She took me there second. First, she took me to Phoenix Children's, and they was like, "Oh yeah, that's a clean break. We need to send you to I don't know what the name is." And they put me in like a splint thing, and then they sent me to the old dude, and then that's when he put me on on the cast. But man, when I tell you, re-breaking a bone hurt so bad, he had to get my hand and bend it. All he had to make my fingers touch right here to re-break the bone and get them back straight. And then he had to bend it all the way back to like about right here. Man, I was so mad. I was so mad. I was so mad. But at the end, I had to wear a cast for about like 5 weeks, somewhere around there. Nothing like long. But then after that, I have a sprint like a splint, and now I still have problems with it. Like ever since like I can't lift a lot of heavy stuff for a long period of time, or I can't do something for a long period of time. I have I don't know. Oh, it's right here. This right here. I have this. It helps like strengthen my wrist. You got to squeeze it, and it helps strengthen your wrist. So This my dad got me because I didn't have like physical therapy or nothing like that. But I had got this, and it hurt. It really does work. Like you feel the burn, like you working out your arm. But yeah, so I use that, and now my wrist is cool. Now my wrist is cool. But I broke my wrist. I broke my wrist a couple more times. I broke I broke one from flying backwards off a swing. What was the other one? Falling out of the tree, swinging backwards off the swing. It had to do something with like going down the hill in the tire. Don't ask me. I don't know. All I remember is we found a tire at the park. We was playing with it, and I don't know. All I know is it had to do something with a tire in the hill. I don't know, but yeah, that's what happened. And I'm cool now. I'm trying not to break no more bones, man, because that stuff is no joke. Like that really hurt. It really hurts. So yeah, it really hurts. So all right, Blue Crew. End of story time. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe if you're not, please. Thank you for watching. Peace.